Okay, so we're going to be talking about multiplying polynomials. This is a little different than what we did in the past because we're going to have two different polynomials. Neither one will probably be a monomial. So we'll have, like, for example, 2x plus 3 times another polynomial, x plus 5. And there's a couple different methods to do this. We'll start with the horizontal method, which means I need to multiply this 2x by everything in here. So 2x times x would give me 2x squared. 2x times 5 would give me 10x. And then I would multiply this 3 by everything in here. So 3 times x would give me plus 3x. 3 times 5 would give me 15. And then I combine like terms where I can. So I'll have 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. And again, this is the horizontal method. Okay. Then we can also do it using a vertical method. And I'm going to use the same numbers so that we can check we're getting the right thing every time. So 2x plus 3 and x plus 5. It's just like you would do a normal multiplication problem. I'm going to do 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2x is 10x. Then I, do that 0 placeholder, and I move over x plus 3 with 3x. X times 2 is 2x squared. So this is just like regular multiplication, and I add down those two things. So plus 15, plus 13x, and then 2x squared. So just like two-digit multiplication. And while both of those methods are fantastic, there's one more we need to talk about, which is probably my favorite, and that is called the FOIL method. In fact, this is what we will use the most often in algebra. Now, when I was in 8th grade, my 8th grade teacher told us to go home and ask our parents if they remembered what FOIL meant. And so I got in the car after school with my mom, and I said, "Hey, Mom, you know what FOIL means?" And she's like foil, the stuff you wrap your sandwiches in? And I was like, "No, Mom, like algebra foil. What does it mean?" And she goes, "You mean like the stuff you wrap your sandwiches in?" So clearly my mom does not use math very much, but when I went home and asked my dad, he knew exactly what it meant. And FOIL means first, outer, inner, last. Okay? So this is where you can break out the highlighters or whatever. And we'll try another problem just because I know you're tired of looking at the same example over and over. So we'll have 2y minus 7 times 3y plus 5. This way we also get some positives and negatives in the mix. So I'm going to multiply my first things first. I know that was kind of cheesy. So 2y and 3y are the first term in each polynomial. So I multiply them together. 2y times 3y will give me 6y squared. Then I go for my outside numbers, outer. So that would be 2y and 5. 2y times 5 is plus 10y. Then I do my inner numbers. My inner numbers being this minus 7 and this 3y. They're on the inside of the two parentheses. Okay, so outers, inners. Just in case you need to see more pink. Negative 7 times 3y would be a minus 21y. And finally, I do my last numbers. So the last one in each polynomial. So this minus 7 and the plus 5. So minus 7 times a positive 5 will give me a minus 35. Now, you will see that I could combine some like terms here, and I need to do that. Usually, well, no, always, you'll combine your outers and inners because they're the things you could add up. So 6y squared minus 11y minus 35. This answer that I get is what we call a quadratic expression or quadratic equation, is things we'll solve for the y. But right now we're not interested in solving. So a quadratic expression is some sort of expression, obviously, in one variable, meaning I don't have a's, b's, and c's. I just, in this case, have y's. And the degree is 2. Has degree 2. So I'm going to give you 2 more examples to figure out with the FOIL method. Okay, and then we'll work on this in class, and you'll also have a take-home quiz. See you next time.